Um, this is really important, right? And we're gonna go right through this because this is how I started. This is how I came to myself and realized, right, that this is very important. I have to make a decision. What directions do I want to go? So, our community teaches that you should convert 1 out of 22 leads. That means you should have a customer every 22 leads, right? Then you're doing okay. Now, that's nothing wrong with that. But I realized that a lot of people that were going through that process did not pass a 7-second test when it comes to their profile. In other words, when someone comes to your profile, can they see who you are, what you do, and how you're going to solve their problem within 7 seconds? If they can't see that on your profile, there's a good chance you're going to work harder to earn their trust. It's a given, right? So this is what we mean by why they come to us, right? Secondly, is a 3-click test. If they need to get information, they need to find something, they need to be able to get it within 3 clicks. You're going to lose a lot of audience if people click more than 3 times to try to find the things and find the answers that they're asking for. You're going to lose your audience. That's my experience in this marketing world. Okay, it's something that is very dear to my heart because you want to make yourself very easy, very accessible, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree. Welcome, Carmen. Welcome, IQ Ball. Welcome, Jose. And welcome, Jacqueline. Okay, good to see you guys. But think about this, guys, for a second. Okay, thirdly, what if you did it with quantity and quality all at the same time? So naturally, let me ask you guys this. Which one would you convert faster? Quantity, quality, or quality and quantity? Yeah, that's right. That's right on YouTube, right? Quality and quantity. But how do you do that? It's very simple, guys. Number one, understand what is the 7-second test? What is the 3-click test? Does any of your social media profile pass those tests? When you pass those tests, you increase your conversion, same amount of work, less people. How many of you guys here are for less people? Absolutely on YouTube. Very good. Very good. So let me tell you this, guys. Okay? It's very simple. First thing we do when we get to meet with you, number one, you come into our community, ppp-learn.com. Okay? You can do either $2 a month, $20 a year. You do $20 a year. We have 1 year to build a relationship. And to start it off right, what I give you is a one-on-one meeting with me. We audit your channels and see if you can realize whether it passes the 7-second test or the 3-click test, right? It's only for your good. We're not going to charge you for it, but we're going to go ahead and give you a favor. Guys, just that alone in our community, that can be a $500 to $1,000 value, guys. But because you went and booked annually on this domain right up here, right? We're going to go ahead and give it to you. Okay? Pretty cool, right? Especially those of you guys on YouTube. Boom. So, with that being said, guys, let's dive in. Okay? Number one, when you come here and you realize that you need to pass the 7-second test, it's very important. The 3-click test is very key, guys. We live in a society that is short attention span, right? They want to do less, but they want to earn more. It's the society we live in. Secondly, we live in a microwave society, right? Same thing. Attention span is very small. If you don't catch them in the first 7 seconds, you're done. That's just the way it goes, right? Is it going to relate to them? Is it going to help them? Is it going to solve their problem? Okay. We make sure you learn that in our community. This is crucial, especially if you're learning the digital marketing space, right? Along the way, we give you the framework, okay? We give you the framework of what to expect in the digital marketing space. We don't want you to get any surprise. We want you to know exactly what's coming to you, how you're going to make it. What gave me the opportunity to go from 0 to 112 in the first year? A proven blueprint that along the way allowed me to understand these things I'm sharing with you. Okay? Do I want you to go through the 12 months to learn? No. What I do is I take what I've learned the first year to bring it back to you. And right now, we're coaching and mentoring 7 people of 12 that we're going to do this year to make this 6 figures just like I have. I believe in duplication. I believe in simplicity. Okay? I believe that it should be at a third grade level and it should be simple as point, click, copy, paste, drag and drop. Okay? Very, very, fairly simple, guys. Okay? That's just the way it works. Okay? Once we got it down to that simplicity, which we do, right? Everything works like clockwork. I meet with these folks regularly, one on one, not just group. Okay? To make sure they are prepared to make this run. So the first quarter, what we're doing is doing preparation. Okay? Making sure the tools are in place, making sure your automation is in place, making sure everything is in place so that when you're ready, we go ahead and kick it off the road. Okay? You grab some water real quick. Once we got the preparation done, we get them familiar with the tools. Now, this is catchy because the tools, we have beginners, we have experience, and we have intermediate. So we accommodate everybody because our motto is very simple. Point, click, copy, paste, drag and drop. Okay? And I'm not kidding. You're going to hear this out of me until you're sick and tired of hearing it. Okay? Because I wasn't a tech savvy person. In fact, the only thing I knew was Canva. That was it. That's not enough to create effective. Awesome. Welcome, honey. Welcome, Flintstoner. Welcome, Fancy. Let me tell you, I wasn't fancy, okay? But I took it upon myself in my first 12 months, not only to learn the framework, but learn the tech part of it. I'm a quick learner. I've never gone to any courses or any classes, okay? That's just me. When I want something, I get it. And there's nothing that stands between me and the destination. How many of you guys feel that way? How many of you guys can relate to that? How you doing, Icon? It's good to see you. I get your high back, okay? So let me tell you, once you get familiar with the tech and you're able to make your videos look like a pro, even though it was as simple as quick edits, okay? Now, in the beginning, it might take a little bit, but now I got it down to a science. It literally takes me 10, 15 minutes to do one content and less than an hour to do 3 contents every day. That's my first hour of workday. Okay. Then I take another 30 minutes. I do my reply, my comments, right, to the engagement. And then I go live an hour. Very simple. 2.5 hour workday. And then I go on about doing things with my wife, good things with my life. I don't have to work 18-hour days. That's the beauty about it, you know? The biggest takeaway I've gotten the past 13 months is getting my time back, being able to do the things I like, being able to give my wife everything she deserves, right? Never have to come back to her and say, babe, we're going to come up short this month. See, to me, that was a big, big deal. Okay, hope that is for you too. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I just want you to know, okay, in order to do these things, you have to have a good preparation. And then once you get a good preparation, you need to understand how to do the basics, right? It's like getting on a bicycle, you got to learn how to move forward, right? Once you learn how to move forward with the training wheels, you got to be able to take off the training wheels. Works the same way. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. Okay. No problem, Icon. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. We look forward to see you. We'll be right here, 8 o'clock again. Okay, tomorrow. Just want you to know. Very nice to meet you. Visit our profile, go into our site, right? Go in there, get familiar. It'll be very easy. Okay. So, with that being said, okay, once you got down the basic of the tech, right, to edit your videos, everything else works like clockwork. It comes down to now discipline, right? Consistency. What's important here is that consistency, right, creates engagement. Very important. I hope you're writing this down, okay? In fact, let me go ahead and put it on the board here, okay? Ah, jeez. Let me put it on the board here, right? So it goes down here, okay? Consistency equal engagement, okay? This is very important because you got to learn how to create engagement. Without engagement, guys, there's no communication, right? So how do you go from showing up every day, being consistent, and creating engagement? They have to see that it is simple. They have to see that it is consistent. Consistency also establishes trust. Welcome, Teresa. Welcome, Jen. Okay. Welcome, Letitia. Consistency establishes trust, creates engagement, right? You got to start with a conversation. You got a conversation is a two-way street, not a one-way street, guys. Okay? Remember, what are we doing here? We're attracting someone without bothering your friends and families to be able to build a relationship and build trust and collaborate. That's exactly what we do here online in digital space. You know, when I first started back in November of 2024, guys, let me tell you, I didn't believe that you could attract someone who doesn't know you from Adams to be able to buy from you. I didn't believe that was possible. The little that I knew. And I kind of feel like ancient, right? Because when I discovered my first customer, it was like, wow, I can't believe this is happening, right? And guess what? Then another one came. Then another one came. Then one came, right? Last year, most of you guys don't know my story. We accumulated 56 customers. To make six figures, right? You need 112 customers. But because we built this community with the mentorship of our bigger community, we were still able to hit six figures because of the income that we generated from the community and from the customers that bought from our interactive program. Okay. First time ever done with the combination of the two. Why? When someone teaches me something, guys, I implement. It's very important. I implement, right? When you implement, you are going to retain at least 60% of what you just learned. But when you teach it to someone, right, you're going to retain 90% of what you just learned. So you implement and teach 90%, right? That's how it works. And when you implement at least 2 times, you now have a 95% chance that it's going to stick with you. But when you repeat it 5 or more times, 100%, you're not going to forget this skill. And that is what I was good at till today. Is I know how to implement that formula. So when they told me you got to be able to what? Create engagement by being consistent, I knew how important that was. I showed up every day. I did my 3 pieces of content every day. I made my comments every day, right? But I didn't go live. The only way I went live was to our community group Zooms, right? And because of that, we still hit 6 figures. You see, this year, I made a commitment. I've been going live now. This is the third week that I'm going live, right? 5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday. And the results have been amazing, guys. We have so many people coming into our community. We have so many people coming into my email list. And I've been able to communicate even more people just because of doing this live like this with you. Now, are we perfect? Heck no. We're far from perfect, guys. I'm still learning a lot about this live TikTok thing, right? Especially this live Zoom thing, right? I'm still learning a lot. Okay. So don't get me wrong, but if I sound good to you, great. But you know what? There's still a lot to learn. And we're going to learn this thing together, right? The one thing I know for the back of my head is digital marketing. One thing I know from the back of my head is how to grow a community, which we teach others how to grow their community as well, right? But the one thing that I want to improve on this year is my results through doing the live like this, solo live. We call it the solo live, right? So it's really awesome, guys, to know that anything is possible. And since we've been doing this live in the last, this is going on the third week, customers have come to the roof. Let me tell you, I've met so many great people that come, follow, and see what goods we have and realize they need to leverage it. So if again, those of you who came late, go right up here to our website, right? ppp-learn.com. Get the information you need. See if it's a space for you. That's how to get to our community, right? Same thing here on YouTube. Do the same thing, right? You go up right up here and come and visit us. You got nothing to lose, okay? We're not here to break the bank. I mean, $2 a month, $20 a year, $20 a year. I'll even look at you and your audit, your social media, and that's about a $500 value, but we're going to give it to you because you came in on an annual basis. That's simple, guys. Okay? Going back to here, consistency equal engagement, right? So let me go ahead and move the board here. Oh, move the other way. Okay. Consistency equal engagement, right? Very important. Okay. Let me go in here to the YouTube and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Actually, on YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and take the background out. All right, there we go. So on YouTube, you guys can see, right? Consistency here, create engagement. Now, what does engagement create, right? Engagement create connection. Very important. Okay. Connection means you earn enough trust for them to decide and say, you know what? I need to go to the next step and take a look at it. You see, that's where the connection comes in. They decide to come into your community, decide to come into your website because they're curious now. They want to see what's going on. You see? So, with that being said, very important. You see? So, once you got the connection right here, that's not the end. That's just the beginning. Okay? This is very important because from the connection, right, equal currency. So when you go to connection, that equal currency. It's actually that simple, guys. It's actually that simple. Okay? So you got consistency, go to engagement, engagement, go to connection, connection goes to currency. Okay? What makes all this possible? How do you troubleshoot? Right? How do you troubleshoot? Well, you have to understand this little funnel, right? When you come here to consistency, this is what you call awareness. So your content is awareness content, right? That allows them to create curiosity. Okay? Curiosity is very, very important. Because if you can't get them to stop the scroll within the 7 seconds, guess what? They're not going to stick around. They won't be able to see the rest of your video. They won't be able to see the rest of the information and transformation that you're trying to provide them. You see? So with that being said, guys, you got to understand this works like clockwork when you work like clockwork, right? This works like clockwork when you work like clockwork. So this is how it works, guys. Okay? So it goes from consistency to engagement, engagement to connection, connection to currency. But wait, the consistency and engagement is your awareness stage. You see, this is when they're like, you know what? Do I like this? Does it make sense? Does it connect with me? Does it relate to me? Right? Can I relate to the person? That's very important. Okay. Welcome, Ayu. Welcome, Lavender. Welcome, Stephanie. Welcome, Khan. Good to see you guys. Okay. Very good. Right? So, guess what? What's the next step? Right? So from the awareness stage, now you get them into consideration stage. This is kind of where the rubber meets the road. You got them to say, you know what? Maybe I should listen to this guy, right? You got them to where, wait, maybe I should listen, right? Guess what? With that being said, now it's time to make it happen. You see, from from awareness to consideration, now we got to get him to make a decision. You see, that's very important, right? So when it comes here from connection to currency, this is where it goes here to decision. And that's where relationship begin. This is where the relationship began. Right? So that's where the relationship begins, guys. You see, it's very important that we understand this whole process. Okay. So, again, if you're late coming right now, go to the website right above, right up here, right? ppp-learn.com. Come into our community, right? You get a choice. You can come in, $2 a month or $20 a year, but you give us a year. I'm going to sit down. We're going to audit your channel and we're going to help you connect the dots to see what needs to be fixed for you to get better conversion. I help people, I mentor people. Okay. Now, and right now we're working very close with 7 individuals. Okay. I'm not going to take more than 12. It takes a lot of time to work with one person. Okay. So 12 people that we're going to help to go from 0 to 6 figures, just like I did my first year. To share with them, and I'm going to do it again with them, right? Because we have very big goals this year. Okay. This year, we're going to hit $250,000. But the only way we're going to do that is by helping 12 people make 6 figures. Does that make sense? Right? So if you feel like you're one of those people, first step, come check us out. Right? Especially on YouTube, you come right up here, right? Boom, right up on the top of the board, right? Boom. Just type that in, get in, and we'll talk about the next step. But meantime, let's do a quick recap. Okay? Number one, why do people come to PPP? Right? They want to pass the 7-second test and the 3-click test to get quicker conversions with the same amount of work they're already doing. See, what kind of people come to us? There's people that show up daily but can't understand why their message don't land. They can't understand why people are not buying or converting. But they're doing everything they're supposed to do on a daily basis. The question is, what is the quality of your work that you're doing every day? Right? Are you just going through the motions? Or are you really putting it out the way you should be putting it out? Right? That's another thing that most people have misunderstanding, right? So you see, this is really important to understand. In 7 seconds, can they figure out who you are, what you do, and how you're going to solve their problem? Guys, there's 3 billion people on social media. You don't think it's easy for them to keep going if they can't figure that out in 7 seconds? Absolutely. You see, it is what it is. Now, let me get you to stay with me real quick. Why is the 3-click test important? If it takes them more than 3 clicks and you say, okay, this is where you go, guess what? You click 1 click, you're in our community here. Why? Because it has to pass a 3-click test. You see, when people click more than 3 times, you lose 80 to 90% of your audience. This is very important. But what is the benefit of it? Instead of converting on an average 22 leads and convert 1 customer, why not convert in 7 or 10 or even less? Today, I convert 1 out of 5. Same amount of time work, but the results come in quicker. That's the key. You see, I never told you that you can't do it through quantity. I never told you you can't do it through quality. But when you combine quantity and quality, you get faster results. Prove me wrong. I'm telling you, we've had some people try to prove me wrong. And guess what happened? They end up making money faster. We had one of them came on as a guest yesterday. It was pretty awesome, right? And I can tell you this, he was watching and watching for a long time. He didn't pull the trigger right away. Just like a lot of you, right? Guess what? It is what it is. You're you're in a situation where someone who doesn't know you is going to build that trust, get to know you, and then work with you and buy from you and become your customer. That takes time. You can't do that on a one night stand. No way. No way. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how good you sound. Trust take time. That's just the way it works, guys. That's just the way it works. You see? So with that being said, guys, you're going to go from consistency, which a lot of you are doing, but you're not getting the engagement. So what does that mean? We need to look at your message. How do you deliver your message? Is it clear? Is it confusing? Right? Very simple. Once we figured out our message, it was big, guys. We started to get engagement, and that engagement created connections. We started to actually communicate with people. I done met some amazing, amazing people through the last 13 months, guys. February will be our 14th month, okay? And we're already doing amazing this month, okay? I'm going to tell you this. Just plug away, stay plugged in. That's the key. Second, implement right away. So if you're learning something today, implement. Thirdly, take the leap of faith and teach it to another soul so you can retain the information. From connection, we started to get currency. I just can't tell you how amazing the digital marketing space is for our family. And I want the same to be for your family, especially I'm a stay at home dad, guys. I have 4 kids. They're grown, right? My wife is a glorified nanny, right? And I'm going to tell you this, it feels so good to be the provider of this house, even though I'm a stay at home dad. This has been like a dream come true for me. I never wanted to leave my house. You know what happens when you leave your house? You tend to spend a lot of unnecessary money. You stay home, comfort of your house. Guess what? As long as you make more than you spend, you're in good shape. How many of y'all here, if you had a $10,000 month, would change everything in your life? Most of you probably would, right? Why? Because an average family, 10K a month would change a lot of things in an average family. Okay? That's what happened to us. We forgot what the feeling of 10,000 a month was. And the minute we hit that 10,000 a month, we're getting ready to do a 90-day run, a 90-day challenge. That is how I made my first 30K here in the digital space, is through a 90-day run. What if you could have daily direction, exactly what to do, less than 5-minute video with clear instructions, and at the end of that 90 days, you do exactly what is instructed, teach others to do the same thing, and boom, you got a $30,000 a month. Would that help your family? Let me tell you, that feeling is undescribable. You would have to feel it. Does that make sense? But I can tell you what it did for our family. We ended up paying off a lot of debt. We had an incredible amount of debt that we came across after we left network marketing. We had to make sure we paid that off. This digital marketing space gave us the ability to do that. It was such a good feeling, guys. I'm so excited about that. And now, after the debt was paid off, we started to stack. We started to stack savings. Pretty awesome. Okay. So, with that being said, guys, we're getting ready to wrap this up. Okay. I normally try not to spend more than an hour. Why? I want to respect your time. Right now, some of you guys are going to work to that job. Some of you guys are probably listening to me in the car. Some of you guys are probably doing your morning routine. You're getting ready to work your day. Some of you guys are probably even at the job already, at the desk, listening to me before you clock in, right? I respect that. I'm not telling you to quit the job. I'm just saying, have a backup plan. You see, very, very important. I'm a stay at home dad. If I can do it, why can you not? I can tell you this, my roughest part was the first 45 days. I was doing everything wrong the first 45 days until I had to realize that I had to fix some things, right? I was letting my ego get in the way. It slowed me down until I hired 3 coaches. When I hired 3 coaches, everything changed. Like, all right, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to fix. And I'm okay. I put on my big boy pants and we just let's hash it out together, right? Do you have to hire 3 coaches today? No, I can help you now. I already took the bullets. I already took the arrows. Now it's time for me to pay it forward to you. Only if you're willing. That's the key, guys. You gotta want it bad enough. If I want it more for you than you want it for yourself, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Let me tell you, the 3 mentors I hired, I was so hungry, guys. They had never seen a person as coachable as I came across. But you know what? I got a different benefit from each one of those coaches. And now I'm here and able to teach you what I learned. Everything that I wish I knew on day one. And that's really the purpose of PPP. Okay. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to check here to see if we have any questions. Those of you guys that just came, just dial up right here. Go to my website, get into my community. $2 a month. We're not going to break the bank. Or you do $20 a year. Most of you spend $20 buying nonsense stuff. Guess what? Best $20 you invest in yourself. But because you gave us a year commitment, guess what? I'm going to sit down with you. We're going to look at whatever concerns you have, right? And we're going to hash it out together. I'm going to do my best to get you an answer. But one thing you can guarantee, if I don't know the answer, I know how to redirect you to get the answer. I know where to get them. Listen, my mentor is a very strong 7-figure lady. Okay. She's amazing. I get so much from her. The value she brings to the table is amazing. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm here to pay it forward for you, pennies on the dollars. Okay? So, again, my name is Kim Milano. I hope that you got some value today, right? I hope that you get a lot out of what we talked about today. And what I'm going to do tomorrow, get ready, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to dig into the same topic, but we're going to go real, real deep. And I'm going to try to get you guys a guest speaker that's going to tell you how deep we've been going with her and how great it's been going for her. And I'm going to tell you this, it's going to be awesome. So I'm very direct to the point. I don't cut around the bush, right? And I want you to know that for today, we're going to end it. Make sure you don't forget, go up to ppp-learn.com, right? Come and check us out. We'll see you on the inside. Until tomorrow, we'll dig in again.